Welcome back to Tiny T Gaming. Today, I'm going to be talking about what I would love to see with the future of the Iron Warriors. Please though, if you've not subscribed already, then please do, as it really helps the channel grow and your support means so much to me. So, getting into it. The Iron Warriors had a reasonably good story arc with Uriel Ventress and Honsu the Warsmith, though since then we've not seen much of them so much in the lore. They were the villains in an early Primarchs novel, which was interesting to see, as the Iron Warriors were not devotees of chaos, they were simply traitors, a renegade warband that had been fighting since the heresy, but had not succumbed to the chaos gods. This confirmed that not all of the Iron Warriors Legion are devoted to chaos, though obviously there must undoubtedly be huge elements that are in fact Chaos Space Marines. It would be interesting to see the Legion united under a fully returned Primarch Perturabo, as it's been proven that the Legion does attempt to maintain its numbers through methods like the Demon Killaba. Medrungard is their homeworld within the Eye of Terror, but now that the Chaos/Traitors and Renegades are in ascendance in Imperium Nihilus, it would be really good to get a returned Perturabo with a cohesive force of his Legion, as there must be tens of thousands of Iron Warriors still out there fighting each other, other Chaos formations, or fighting the long war against the Imperium. Adding to this, we know the Legion was not shattered at the Siege of Terra. They maintained their Legion discipline compared to the other traitor legions that were present, and have maintained their structure, whilst albeit loosely, well into the current setting. Known for their discipline and stubbornness, the Iron Warriors were, and still are, masters in siege warfare, and it would be great to see them besiege and take elements of the Imperial space within Nihilus, as they could well be a credible threat for the Imperium in this post-Great Rift setting. Perturabo was the only reason the Siege of Terra had the sheer success that it did, and with him quitting the siege, the Traitor Forces were severely weakened. Moving on from this, grand companies have been proven to still exist, operating as warbands of various sizes, each seeking to swell their ranks independently. In this way, they mirror the Astartes chapters they seek to destroy, though their methods are less refined and more chaotic. The grand companies still demonstrate a level of cohesion and discipline within their ranks that other traitor legions simply do not have. Obviously, the Black Legion is exempt from this, as they are the largest, most cohesive and most effective chaos traitor legion that Abaddon has at his beck and call. If Perturabo were to return, he would undoubtedly unite his legion as cohesively as possible, though I have no doubt we would not see a return to pre-heresy structures. Also, now that they have been fighting the long war for so long, there would be a clear difference between the grand companies and the ways in which the warsmiths would wish to operate. They would be in fighting, no doubt, murder and coups, as is the way of the traitor formations, but I do believe that with Perturabo present once more, a level of cohesion and discipline would return quickly to his gene sons. It would be really interesting to have this legion's lore built upon. Is their gene line dead from mutation, or can they actually still utilise their progenoid glands and recruit and implant from their own gene stock? When did Perturabo definitely become a demon Primarch, and to what extent and why? Especially after it was made apparent he had no wish to become like Fulgrim. They definitely are a legion that need more of their lore fleshed out, and with it well known that their Primarch simply locked himself away on their homeworld, he is effectively poised to return to the setting. No doubt Games Workshop are simply just wanting to wait till the time is right, but we have a period of time now where, with Fulgrim back, we've still not had much from him, and we haven't had much from the Lion, and Gilliman's been busy with the Indomitus Crusade, so if a traitor Primarch was to return, then we should definitely get another Loyalist. Obviously this hasn't happened quite yet with Fulgrim returning, but it'd be really good to see that sort of sped up now. I would love, though, to see a credible, cohesive Traitor Force return to the setting instead of simply having bolt gun fodder in the form of disparate traitor warbands, which is only entertaining for so long. It's all well and good having books and codexes where you have the Loyalist forces smashing aside untold amounts of Chaos Space Marines and Renegades and Traitors and the mongrel Astartes of the Red Corsairs, but it'd be really good to actually have a credible threat that can carve out a portion of Imperial space for itself, as I've mentioned in other videos, and then strike out and operate not under Abaddon's and the Black Legion's command, but on their own volition. Now, obviously, that's just my thoughts. Please let me know what you think, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, as it really helps the channel grow. But one final thing I would like to leave you with is, if Fulgrim's returned, but no other Loyalist Primarch has returned yet, will we perhaps see a period of time where Chaos is effectively ascendant? Imperium Sanctus is fortified. The Indomitus Crusade has saved that half of the Imperium, but are we now going to see Imperium Nihilus completely subsumed by Chaos Forces? Yes, we may have Imperial readouts where there are still glimmers of hope, like the Emperor's Spears and Dante and the Lion, but are we going to have a period of time now where the Chaos Forces are able to just simply take control of vast swathes of the Imperium and then do what they will and kill any Loyalist forces they come upon and really show their supremacy and their expertise in having fought the Long War for 10,000 years? That would be really interesting to see the Imperium split in two properly, and then half of it given over to Chaos, and Abaddon and the other Primarchs taking refuge there, and then seeking to strike into Imperium Sanctus, and then having the Loyalist Primarchs potentially galvanised, having lost a full half of the Imperium. That, I think, would be quite interesting, but please let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.